What's up, Internet? It's Sean here, and Steve.
Hey guys.
We just saw... What did we see?
We saw Winchester, Sean. I think that's the name of it. It's such a forgettable movie.
Literally, this movie is probably the dullest horror movie I've seen since Rings last year. Although this is better than Rings was. I thought Rings was a much more sufferable sit. I was struggling to stay awake at this one.
Yeah, me too.
But we went to... Okay, so Black Panther just came out this weekend, which there's going to be a video on that for me, at least, coming soon. But we were like, he hasn't seen Black Panther. We're like, well, I just saw it. I want to pay to see it again. I'm like, might as well check out something else. My goal this year is to see at least every horror movie, every at least mainstream horror movie that gets a release.
Yeah.
So I had to see Winchester. And there's only 2 showings of this movie that are going on today. And then they had this one, and there was like a 9 p.m. one. So we're thinking, okay, this is like the busiest I've seen my theater in forever. Because I never go to Saturday showings. I always go to like the Thursdays and like the Friday screenings.
Yeah, we stood in line for like 15, 20 minutes. It was crazy.
I wouldn't say 20 minutes. I'd say like 15
Probably
minutes.
15.
15.
Yeah, 15.
And we're thinking, because everyone's going to see Black Panther.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be a huge hit. And... So
we get up there.
We get up there.
One for Winchester, please.
I want to see Winchester, and so we're like, and then we talk to the guy. We're like, okay, are we like the only ones who bought ticket for this thing? And then he's just like, he just looked at us. He's like, he was just confused. Like, I don't think anyone did. He's just like, it's probably like 30% full. It says. So we go in there. I walk into the theater and I see it's packed. I'm like,
yeah.
I immediately because you went to use the bathroom.
Yeah.
And then I walked back out, and I looked up at the thing. I'm like,
yeah.
Is this really Winchester?
I thought I was in the wrong theater when I walked in, and I'm just like, what? I thought it was like a Black Panther showing, because, like, it was probably like 80% full.
And it was 90% of those people were all senior citizens.
Yes, they were. Oh, Winchester, I remember those Winchester rifles.
And we just sat there, I was like, damn it, now I can't make fun of the movie out loud. Although I still like would occasionally have comments. There's times with the guys like this old guy next to me who's talking to his like whatever wife or kid. I don't know. I couldn't see the other person he was talking to. He was like, oh, that's the scene right there, Jimmy. Oh, that's that scene right there. And I'm just like, damn it. So I would occasionally have my smart ass remarks that I would try and hide. Like there's times where
we were still talking in between.
Like we were like whispering though. I mean, if it's a really crappy movie, occasionally I'll be like, shh. But I try to stay quiet. But like if everyone else is kind of talking, I'm just like, you know what? Nobody's really enjoying this movie.
Yeah.
So I think there's parts where it was like we were laughing out loud and no one else was because we thought it was like really stupid. So this movie, it's about like Jason Clarke and Helen Mirren. Helen Mirren, Sarah Winchester. It's about that infamous mansion where there's like hundreds of rooms that go nowhere. It's just a crazy, crazy design, and so on and so forth. And she builds rooms for ghosts. She traps them in there with 13 nails. And Jason Clarke is this doctor who's half asleep during the whole movie.
Yeah.
Like this is my Jason Clarke impersonation. No, Sarah, not Mrs. Winchester. My assessment is that,
yeah, like...
Oh, will somebody wake that son of a bitch up
like,
again?
It seemed like he woke up from a nap every time they filmed the scene. It was kind of funny, actually.
Yeah, I'm just sitting there just like, dude, just wake up already. Like, have some personality. Like, Jason Clarke just...
Like, I know the movie sucks, but, like...
Helen Mirren never phones it in. She was still trying.
Tried.
She tried, but, like, it's nothing like... I mean, because it's her, like, we know she's trying. I can tell the difference between someone who's trying and not trying. But, like, I think lately she just doesn't care anymore. Like, she's like, you know what, fine, I'll just do whatever movie I feel like it now. She was in the last Fast and Furious movie, and she's like, when she even said, like, okay, in the next movie I have to drive a car. And I'm like, okay, cool, just, you go for it, Grandma. But, yeah, so we're sitting in this movie. You can predict everything, like, a mile away. The jump scares, there's maybe one... I think that was okay, but like...
there's one that got me.
It was literally the definition of just... Everything went through the motions. There was no real creepiness or tension or anything like that. There's one scene where he's like talking through some pipes or whatever, and then all of a sudden one sticks its finger through it. I'm like... I yelled at I said out loud, I'm like, glory hole.
Yeah.
I think some people just looked at me. There's a scene where Helen Mirren's like grandnephew or whatever...
grandson.
No, I don't think it was grandson. It was Henry, who's her great nephew, and then
nephew. Yeah,
great nephew.
Yeah.
But anyways, so like he gets possessed. Oh my god, the scene where I laughed really hard was he's possessed and he's got a bag over his head and he's walking off the roof. Jason Clarke's like, hey, there's someone up there. It looks like Jason Clarke was so far away and he was moving at such a slow pace. And then he all of a sudden catches him. I'm like, it seemed like the kid must have been falling for like
2 minutes.
Like 2 minutes. Like Jason Clarke takes so long to get over there. And by the time, like as he falls and all of a sudden he catches him, he's just like, God. And then he's like, the demon. They have that demon voice like, I found you. I'm coming for you, Jason Clarke. Or Dr. Price is his
Dr.
name.
Price, yeah.
The price is wrong, bitch.
Yeah.
So.
That's a good movie reference.
Yeah. Jason Clarke's half asleep. Tucker from Insidious is in this movie. Mm-hmm. He's probably my favorite because as soon as he started talking, like he was more funny in this one. He wasn't trying to be than he was in Insidious. The Last Key.
He had like 3 lines, I think.
And he's like, talks in this weird accent. Excuse me, Doctor. I started snickering a bit. There's one scene where the kid is possessed by this Confederate ghost. And full spoilers, by the way, at this point on.
Yeah.
Don't really see the movie.
Don't see it. It's not worth it.
It's just a forgettable movie. It's not like the most insufferable thing I've said.
No, it's definitely not friend requests. But, I mean, it's not The Conjuring. You know what I mean? So.
God, why can't... I feel like the Conjuring series and like it, like we're on the verge of having some really solid horror movies, and then like now we're just back to January, and well, this was a January release, I think, or February.
Yeah.
But yeah, like this is early time of the year, crappy horror film. But this one, after that, there's one scene where the kid gets, takes over like Helen, like it's Winchester, so they obviously have the guns and that there. He's possessed by some demon ghost, not a demon, but a vengeful spirit. He's trying to like shoot Helen Mirren, and he's a really terrible shot, and I'm sitting there laughing.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
I'm like, Harry, you're a terrible shot.
Henry, you're alive. You're a terrible shot.
Yeah, like I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
There's a part that just kind of reminded me of Home Alone where she's like sticking her head up, kind of like how Marv sticks his head through like the doggy door, and I was waiting for like Henry to go like, hello. Honestly, if you would have made this movie more interesting, is if he all of a sudden was... like, starts turning to Kevin from Home Alone, where he's like, hello, I think you should have made it, like, where he just starts going over the top acting, but no.
It's just so bland. It was a bland horror movie. That's it.
Yeah, I don't really appreciate bland horror movies.
No. It was boring. Like, that's it. It was just fucking boring. I hated it.
Yeah.
I mean...
Let's get to this ending.
Strong word, but
let's get to this ending where she's trapped in the room. Then all of a sudden, like an earthquake randomly happens, and it kills like 2 random people, including Tucker. And then all of a sudden, Dr. Price or Jason Clarke, who's still half asleep, is like, he finds out that there was like this dude who's been talking to him like throughout the movie was really a ghost the whole time. What the twist? And then he has to go after it, and like it was some ghost who's vengeful to the Winchesters because he was killed using the Winchester rifles, and then I guess it's really an efficient rifle because it got the job done. But anyways, he had gunned down a bunch of people, and then like the reason she's building these rooms, he recreates the scene of where they died or whatever, and then all of a sudden he starts possessing Henry, and then Jason Clarke who had come back from the dead because he had gotten shot and he has a connection with this bullet or whatever, and he needs to use this bullet to shoot a ghost. That's right.
Yeah.
I'm like, I lean over to Steven and I'm just like, okay, the only way to redeem this movie is if he has to like kill a ghost with a rifle. I'm like, that's the only funny thing that can happen. Then all of a sudden, the house starts going crazy, and Jason Clarke is getting aimed at by all these guns. All these guns just start floating in the air. There's like 15 rifles just pointed at him, and I'm just thinking, a ghost is about to shoot a man. Like, this ghost has like got like 15 rifles. He's got to figure out which one it is, but like I guess he has the sixth sense now. And then he points his gun, a live shot or rifle, and he shoots the man. He shoots a ghost and kills it. I'm like, he just died twice.
Yeah.
You killed him again
with a gun twice.
So no, like
in the same room.
He's dead again. Like,
I mean,
I've never seen a movie where someone takes a rifle, like, no, like, special Ghostbusters proton pack, anything else. He uses a live rifle to kill a ghost. I mean, I gotta give the movie props for that. That was kind of funny. But like, I wish there was more personality with Jason Clarke in that. Like, this, I honestly think, like, at that point, it's like, you know what, just turn it into a silly, ridiculous movie. It's already, like, dull and, you know, forgettable, but, like, just do that. Make it more stupid. I mean, this movie isn't too long, though.
No.
It's like an hour and a half, hour 40 minutes.
It felt a little longer, but, I mean, that's just because it was fucking boring.
Yeah, at least...
boring.
Yeah. At least it wasn't obnoxious.
No. Yeah,
so I'll give it...
Like, it didn't give me a headache like Friend Request did.
Like, Friend Request, that was just painful to sit through. Like, there's some movies that are just painful. This one's just...
Yeah, it was just snooze fest. It was just boring.
Yeah, so I mean...
That's it.
At least I'll give it that. It's not obnoxious. It's just a rather boring movie, and I don't plan on sitting through it again.
No.
It's not as bad as Rings was when that one came out last year, but... So far, it's not. Insidious: The Last Key was a lot better than this one.
Oh, at least by far.
By far. So far, like, movies so far this year I've seen, there's still a lot I gotta see, but this one is probably the weakest one I've seen so far this year. Yeah, it is. Definitely is, like, the worst one I've seen.
Absolutely.
But it's only February, so there's still a lot left to go.
Still hope.
There's still hope. I did see Black Panther, and I generally enjoyed that one. But I think the movie I enjoyed the most so far that I've seen is I, Tonya, but that was a last year release. So, yeah, technically Black Panther is the best thing I've seen this year. So that's good. So you should check that one out. It's definitely a solid film, but I do have some criticisms about that one. So, but don't see Winchester. I mean, at this point, it's getting ready to end its run in theaters, but there's nothing really special about it. It's not worth seeing. If you're gonna watch it, free on TV 5 years down the line, like, what is this movie? Then you'll watch it, and then you'll never see it again.
No, yeah, or just don't watch it.
Or just don't watch it.
Just don't watch it. Simple as that.
Yeah,
we'll save you an hour and a half. You know,
we just told you the whole movie, so
yeah, that's.
And then they had the gall to kind of do like sequel bait it a bit. Honestly, when I was watching this movie and I saw Helen Mirren walking around in black, I'm thinking, is she going to turn into, like, the Woman in Black?
I thought that immediately, because, like, the first scene of the movie was like a pan shot of, like, workers, like, working on the like, expansion for the house or whatever, and then you just see her walking across, like, the hallway. I'm just like, Woman in Black.
Yeah, or Parker Crane from the Insidious movies.
Oh yeah,
I thought that too, but not nearly as creepy. But yeah, it's a forgettable movie. Not much else to say. Skip it. Don't think about it. Don't watch it.
See, I'd probably rate it 2 out of 10, just because.
I'd probably give it a 3.
Probably because Helen Mirren tried. You know, she's a good actress. You know, she tried to make it suck less. So I'll give it a 2 out of 10. I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck this movie. There's no reason to see it.
I mean, not even fuck this movie. Like, you
just don't care to.
Like, I don't care. I don't care about it. Like, I don't care about it enough to talk shit about it. You know, it's boring. It's just boring.
Yeah, boring and forgettable.
That's it.
All right. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for having me, Sean.
As
always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure. And until next time.